Welcome to the Throwdown. We finally have a way for everybody doing the throwdowns to get on a leaderboard, so stay tuned to learn how.
All right, throwdown 42. For time, we have 30 box step-ups, 30 front squats, 30 deadlifts, 30 alternating hang, clean, and split jerks, 30 deadlifts, 30 front squat, 30 box step-ups. For the hang, clean, and split jerks, you have to alternate the lead foot on the split every time, come back together before bringing the dumbbell down, and you have to move both of your feet out and back in on each rep. 50-pound dumbbells for the guys, 35 for the girls, one each hand, 24 20-inch box, 18-minute time cap. And if you don't have equipment, check out our at-home episode.
Training Think Tank Throwdown 42!
To get on the Throwdown leaderboard, head to trainingthinktank.com/throwdown. While you're on the website, if you want one of these sweet new Saturdays for Throwdown shirts or a crop top for females, they're on there. Also, coming next week, we got a surprise competition called the Quarantine Classic. If you sign up for the Throwdown leaderboard, you can participate in that for free. Right now, Chandler Smith, Noah Olson, Travis Mayer, Will Morad, and the whole Training Think Tank crew are already committed to doing that, so join us there. This week, Mia is the demo. Mia, what's your strategy for this?
All right, all dumbbells. So it's definitely gonna be a grit burner. So my strategy is based off of that. I'm gonna break up the step ups a lot at the beginning, even though that's one of my stronger movements. I don't want my grip to blow up. Just try to keep moving through the front squats, take less breaks there because it takes longer to pick up the dumbbells and put them on my shoulder. Deadlifts, try to move fast. And then the clean and jerks is a standard I haven't really played with too much, so I'm just gonna focus on keeping them clean, not getting any no reps, and making sure that I'm hitting the standard. And then when I go back down that ladder, I'm just gonna be tough, or try to be tougher than max. 30 step-ups.
Mia, the best demo person ever.
Is she though?
I mean, look how fast, well, let's be honest here. This box is really short for her, but look how fast she's moving on these step-ups.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I feel like it's unfair to have super long legs as a female and use a 20-inch box.
I agree, she should have used a 24.
I feel like they should scale the box not by gender but by height. Yeah, so like if you're under.
They don't scale handstand push-ups by height.
I
That's all I have to say about that.
don't know how that's relevant.
It's totally relevant. You can't just pick movements.
I agree, so then people shouldn't complain about anything.
So then we
Right.
shouldn't scale it then, you should just use a 24. So should everyone.
I would have actually preferred a 24 because I think it would have been more of a separator between me and other girls.
Yeah,
Hey
that's
everyone,
true.
what have you guys learned so far?
That Max and Mia like to fight.
So I broke these up into 4 sets just to save my grip because I knew that it was gonna get pretty nasty from the beginning. I definitely recommend that. If I was going into a movement that wasn't grip intensive, I probably would not have broken it up more than maybe once, but just a couple seconds not holding the dumbbells.
Do you
is
feel this
important.
in your shoulders at all, or is it
Yes.
just grip? Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like my shoulders really blow up. I have to shrug a little bit. I am a little bit, well, too short for a 24-inch box for sure. So like every time I do a rep, I'm shrugging up, and I feel like it's just like blowing my shoulders up.
I think the footwork pattern that Mia has is something that people just need to practice for alternating step-ups. Like you just
For
have
sure.
to get that dialed in. And if you watch Mike do these, he swings the dumbbells and kind of uses that momentum to get up. And I didn't used to do that, but doing it for forward step-ups actually makes a huge difference on saving grip and shoulders. It just makes the like coordination of footwork and timing a little harder, but might be something to kind of practice for people.
Yeah, the way that I would look at it is if it's a small set, like less than 10, and you're sprinting in a workout, don't swing because it's
Yeah.
too slow. But in one where it's 30 or 40 reps, then definitely the swing helps.
All right, then into the squats.
So I talked to Brandon about this workout after I did it, and I was thinking of him and how he always says squat fast, and I just could not squat fast. Like this was the only sustainable pace.
The back rack position there, do we have a standard for that? Can they be anywhere? Can we rest them on the shoulders?
Yeah, you can rest
Yeah.
them on the shoulders, but hands have to be holding onto the
Yeah.
handlebars of the dumbbell.
Yeah, I find for front squats, I'm half and half. Sometimes I prefer this one, and sometimes I prefer putting them, like resting them on my shoulders with one dumbbell head on the front, one dumbbell head on the back. But you said that blows your breathing up, right?
Yeah, I feel like I can just breathe way better like this. And I thought that I might switch to having them on my shoulders just to let my grip relax. But this doesn't really get my grip too much because I press the dumbbells together and also use my hair as like a support. So
Yeah, I was gonna say,
ladies
if you
out
can-
there, put your hair in a bun, or long-haired fellas.
If you can press the dumbbells together, even if you don't have long hair, Mia, it definitely helps. I feel like I can stabilize way better when I'm like pressing the heads together, and then it's not taxing on your grip.
Yeah,
But,
like I could actively relax my grip on that.
I used to have them almost separated, and that blew my grip up a ton, like 17.2 for those that remember that, where it was the walking lunges. That was kind of like the first time that there was like a really grip-intensive dumbbell workout. That blew me up.
So I knew I wanted to keep the front squats in 2 sets because of how long it takes to put them down and pick them back up. And then I had originally said I was going to break these into 3, but they felt so easy that I just kept going, and that was a mistake.
What is the ugly rat-looking thing in the corner of the video?
That's my beautiful puppy Lily.
Was Lily whining the entire time you're doing this? Usually she gets really excited when you're working out.
Yeah,
She's close enough there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Her separation anxiety hasn't kicked in.
Let's go, mommy. Is Kyle judging you, or is he just kind of standing there?
He's judging me, and I also asked him to help me count rest. So I told him to start off with 5-second rest, and then I would let him know when to go to 8 and when to go to 10. And I think we're already at 10 at this point.
Great teamwork, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough when you're alone doing a workout that no one's ever done, just like not over resting or getting complacent. So
Yeah.
it's definitely, this is the hardest part of the workout for me.
Yeah, this is a new movement too, so I think just coordinating this, making sure that your feet switch every time, all that stuff's going to be tough for people.
You're just hanging on to the dumbbell for a long time, and this is where I really felt my grip limiting me. And then my shoulders got really tired, but I also haven't gone overhead in a month, so that might not be a limiter for other people.
I would highly recommend practicing the opposite split, because this is going to mess some people up if they're used to like going left foot forward every time on a split jerk and then having to go right foot forward. And then also the question for you, Mia, was did you think about going outside your legs at all for the hang, or is inside just way easier for you?
I didn't really think about it. I usually, like on a devil's press, I swing between my legs.
Yeah.
On dumbbell squat cleans, I go between my legs.
I'm way more comfortable outside. It just ends up being like a swinging bicep curl for me, and I don't really use my hips, and I feel like that saves me from blowing my heart rate
Global
up.
fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like inside too. That's why I was asking. But I have a lot of athletes that say, hey, the outside feels way more comfortable. But I think, again, like when it's a lot of reps, it's almost easier to use your hips, even if it is a little bit more global.
I find, I don't know if it's like my arm length or like my scapular position, but it's like I'll hit my crotch if I try to go in between. So it's like, I gotta like bend, and it's just a weird position to bend over in. So I feel like I could just kind of stay tall with the dumbbells outside.
So something I thought about after this, the standard is both feet have to move, but when you come back together, you can just bring one foot
All the
back
way to the other one,
so
yeah.
that's something that I could have done to, make it just a little bit quicker, not holding the dumbbells overhead as long.
Yeah, Noah got a little bit of flack about his strategy that when he did that at the games, because like one foot would move a tiny bit forward and then the back one would go, and then I think he would walk his back foot all the way up, and people were saying he wasn't moving his feet. He was, and he wasn't getting no reps, but I think it just, you want to minimize the amount of because there's no rule. It's not like there's a line there that says like how far do you have to move.
Right. No, haters are going to hate. And there's a bunch of trolls. I mean, the reality is like he did, as far as like, hey, this is a new movement, you guys got to figure it out in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
He did the best job of anyone figuring that out and how to be the most efficient. So like, I mean, again, people are always going to complain.
Man, I'm still doing these, huh?
Yeah, this is really the crux of the workout.
Yeah, when you guys wrote this,
yeah.
I was thinking that, man, that's going to be box step-ups definitely just kind of being the bookends are tough, but like the last 30, you just got to grind. This in the middle of the workout definitely is something that make sure that you keep your rest breaks disciplined, maybe not linear, and then also come up with a game plan before how you want to break these up.
It is so interesting how much the environment can literally like change how you approach a workout, how you perceive time. Just everything is so much different than having done the throwdowns for almost a year with a whole community of people and super loud music, and it just keeps you engaged. Whereas this just gets harder. Like you're just isolated.
Yeah, it definitely is a test to your mental game.
Yeah.
So on the movements that you can do this with, which for me were the step-ups and the dumbbells, I scoot my hand all the way back towards the back bell and let the weight rest in my palm or like against the meat of my hand, and that allows me to relax my grip a little bit. I mean, it's still grip fatigue, but I thought it helped a little bit.
And it also allows you to not have to bend over as much, right? Because that forward bell is touching the ground a little bit before otherwise.
Yeah. So these didn't really get harder. I think I did it in 2 sets, unless I'm still have another one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's next movement? Front squats.
Front squats.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out real quick. Is he counting your rest times?
Yeah. He was telling me when to go. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
still
I did
deadlifts.
3 sets. All right, so they got harder, I guess.
Is that harder or grip?
No, it was grip.
Not like
It
the
was-
actual deadlift.
Yeah, the front half of the workout, I felt like I was breaking up to save my grip, and then when I hit the hang clean and jerks, my grip went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The power output of a dumbbell deadlift at 35 pounds is pretty low. It's just you're hanging on to the dumbbell for the whole workout, so your hands just get super tired. All
That was
right,
a great
and back
face,
to Mia's super speedy squats.
I know.
Those long legs help with step-ups, but maybe not squats.
Yeah,
It all evens out at some point.
It doesn't even out for tall people. Not in this sport.
so this pace actually doesn't look too bad. It felt like I was going way slower.
Yeah,
But
if
that
you-
little pause at the top, people
Yeah.
can definitely move a lot faster than that.
Yeah, I think if you just look at the top 45, yeah, that's like almost 3 seconds per air squat. I think you'd probably see people in like the 1.5 to 2 if they're just moving.
Yeah, but again, like most people aren't going to be able to just go up and down, up and down. So that little pause, if it allows you to do a couple bigger sets because you're kind of like alleviating the tension while you're up at the top, is probably worth it.
Yeah, that was my thought. I wanted to keep those in 2 sets because like you can waste a lot of time picking them up, getting them racked.
Not to mention how much harder it is once you have them on the ground. It's easy to take a longer break, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, after watching the throwdown from last week and where I had this 40-second break and then I approached the bar and then another 20-second break with my hands on the bar, I'm like, why did I do that? Why didn't I just stay standing up?
It does not feel like
Yeah,
a minute of break when you're doing it, though.
I do. Somebody told me that having your torso in that position and looking down actually eases cardiac output. It was like a cool conversation that happened in the comments on one of the throwdowns. So maybe it's partially that.
How'd you break these last ones up? What was your mindset? Because for me, finishing with 30 would just be like, I mean, that's pretty daunting, right?
Yeah, I wanted to do them in less sets than I started with, and my goal was to get halfway or as close to it as I could, and then I think I stopped at 12, and it was just grip.
Yeah, it looks like the bells are kind of falling out of your hands.
Yeah, and I like also when I was slowing down my step up, I was like, all right, just take a quick break. But I don't know.
Did you have any like burning overall heart rate, legs, or it literally just felt like grip limited?
So the first set, I felt my legs, but my legs actually recovered as I got deeper into the step ups, and it was just grip.
Yeah. But you're breathing pretty heavy there. Can't be that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I'm breathing heavy, I just breathe heavy and just keep going.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that
It's
sounds
not the
silly,
limiter,
but it
yeah.
doesn't feel like something that makes me slow down. It's just like, oh yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, I breathe heavy going up the stairs every night. There's that.
I never breathe heavy.
Mia, this is how I do like almost every single box step up, where it's almost like my torso is just in a 90-degree bend.
Yeah.
And my butt goes straight up. But it feels like it's a lot easier to step up on the box. You were way more upright on your first set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess legs get tired and then you just start relying on hips
Yeah.
to stand you up.
I think for me, it was more of just the weight of the bells pulling me.
you down.
Like I couldn't fight it much, but I guess it didn't really matter.
That one looked a little bit more vertical. Well, maybe
There
not.
we go.
Yeah.
And this should be my last set because I'm pretty sure I did it in 3 sets.
We'll find out. The moment of truth. This is your sprint finish, Mia.
It's so hard to sprint
Not a
finish.
bad spot.
You can't really sprint.
12:52.
Super, super, super grippy. It really hit me on the clean and jerks. Once after I did my first set of, I think 8, it was just like 6 and 4 was like max effort when it came to holding on to the dumbbells. If I did it again, I would have broken up that first set of deadlifts a lot more. They felt super easy, but it did tax my grip going into the clean and jerks. The second set the way down went about as I expected. I thought I would get deeper into the first set of dumbbell step ups, but ended up not breaking them too much, so I'm happy with that. I kept front squats in 2 sets, happy with that. My speed wasn't super quick, but my goal was to keep those in 2 sets. It's grippy, so just be prepared for that and base your strategy based off that. And don't wear grips, be tough.
And what's on the back of that shirt?
This shirt says Saturdays are for throwdowns.
And that shirt, that blue shirt's available for sale now.
Now that we have the throwdown leaderboard, I'm gonna enter my score. So total time, 12 minutes, 52 seconds. I'd say it was a 4-star and save.
Oh my gosh, you're at the top of the leaderboard.
I'm the winner for now.
And Project Pat, as always, please take us away.
It's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Project Pata in this thing, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all for watching Training Think Tank's YouTube channel. Y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead, man. Thank y'all for watching the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking subscribe button, let it be known, what it be known, what it be known, you know what I'm saying? Pata.